social media and the hiring process. Literacy skill writing task functional context document reproduction instructional task. DC experimental keywords may be updated as the learning algorithm improves. Employer or company complaints. Identifying hiring needs. As the initial step of the hiring process, human resources together with other decision makers should clearly identify the hiring need. Long-term potential. Turnover can be expensive given the investment in training new employees, and businesses do not want to hire someone who does not have potential as a long-term hire. Enthusiasm and passion, putting skills to action, team player, ambition, responsiveness. Planning. Creating a sufficient plan for your hiring will not only make you more efficient, but also help you have a good understanding of the current as well as the future needs of the company. For that purpose, it is beneficial to specify starting dates and other technicalities with your hiring team. Interviews. During an interview, it's always good to demonstrate that you're responsible. You want to show interviewers that if you're set to a task, you'll not only accomplish it, but you'll complete it on time and meet the established standards. Show how you've led teams and projects, and take ownership of any results and accomplishments from throughout your career. Word power 2. Each syllable, each letter. Your tools of understanding and self-expression. Words to increase. Powerful terms. Motivational words. Vocabulary lists. It has long since been satisfactorily established that a high executive does not have a large vocabulary merely because of the opportunities of their position. Their skill in words was a tremendous help in getting them their job. Vocabulary is one indication of intelligence. Learning power measurably sharpens when vocabulary increases. Words are the tools of thinking. It naturally follows, then, that the more words you have at your command, clearer and more accurate your thinking will be. Words are your medium of exchange, the coin with which you do business with all those around you. With words you relate to people, communicate your feelings and thoughts to them. In short, through words, you own your own destiny. For words are your own personality, your vocabulary is you. Words can also change the direction of history, words can also make you change the direction of your life. They can raise a person from mediocrity to success. This video enlists active cooperation, continuous written and oral response. It will demand unceasing feedback from you, and thus it will make words your friends and allies. For words can make you great. We expect to prove to you that developing a rich and robust vocabulary can be both fun and challenging. Essence of words. Words even have definite personalities and characters. They can be sweet, sour, discordant, or even musical. They can be sugary or acrid, soft or sharp, hostile or friendly. From this time on, as we enter our word studies, try to become keenly aware of words. Look at them, if possible, with the fresh eyes of one who is seeing them for the first time. If we have persuaded you to do this, you will then be on the way to the success that can be won with a more powerful vocabulary. Is it any wonder that our unabridged dictionaries contain hundreds of thousands of living and usable words, words sparkling with life, prolific in their breeding, luxuriant in their growth, continually shifting and changing in their meanings? For now look at words intently, to be inordinately curious about them, and to examine them syllable by syllable, letter by letter. They are your tools of understanding and self-expression. Collect them. Keep them in condition. Learn how to handle them. Develop a fastidious, but not a fussy, choice. Work always toward good taste in their use. Train your ear for their harmonies. We urge you not to take words for granted just because they have been part of your daily speech since childhood. Words for the mature minds. There are words in English that can be understood only by those who have lived and become mature. No explanation, no definitions could make them clear to a child. Here are 10 such words. Pronounce each one aloud several times, following carefully the phonetic respelling. Recall that the schwa symbol has the sound of the A, in about, or in Linda. 1. Vicarious. 2. Rationalize. 3. Gregarious. 4. Obsequious. 5. Maudlin. 6. Ascetic. 7. Pander. 8. Sublimate. 9. Wanton. 10. Effete. You will be able to comprehend each word and to make them your own. Vicarious. A vicarious experience is one in which an uninvolved person shares the experience of the individual taking part in the event. As you have learned, when you live in a vicarious manner, you don't miss out on anything. You simply share another person's experiences. Rationalize. The term rationalize has a number of meanings, but the most common one refers to the unconscious process of thought by which one justifies a discreditable act, and by which one offers to oneself and the world a better motive for one's self-interest than the true motive. Gregarious. There are the extremely sociable kind. Because they are gregarious, they enjoy parties, crowded theaters and dance floors, who like to be where folks flock in small or large numbers. Obsequious. If your waiter/waitress in a restaurant believes that you are the type who will tip well, watch how obsequious they will be, how they will tend to your every wish. However, their obsequiousness will quickly vanish and not follow upon your wishes if you choose not to tip generously. Maudlin. People who are maudlin in their own photos usually overdo the act, and their love becomes tiresome and offensive. The word maudlin can also be applied to those who have been made foolish and silly by too much drinking. Ascetic. One who practices rigid abstinence, often for religious reasons. When you say that a person is art ascetic, you mean that he/she is one who shuns all the luxuries and physical pleasures of life. Pander. This verb literally means to minister to the gratification of the passions and prejudices of others, usually to one's own profit. Ruthless dictators of the past are said to have pandered to the lowest instincts of the mobs, to selfishness, cruelty, and greed, in order to gain power. Pander, therefore, is an unpleasant word with an unpleasant meaning. Sublimate. When the energies of a potential hoodlum or gangster are channeled into athletic games, into a business career, or into some other useful endeavor, sublimate, his/her former destructive activities are said to have been sublimated. Wanton. Call someone wanton and you are saying that they indulge every passion, that they are lewd and lascivious, in short that they believe in living it up, with no thought of consequences or of the morrow's hangover. They never expect to be sorry in the morning, and never are. Effete. When animals, plants, or soil are worn out and incapable of producing, they are called effete. Latin example, out, fetus, having produced. Now we want to help you make these 10 words your own possession, your private property. Below, in the column on the right, are the definitions of the 10 terms we are studying in this section. Now write each word, only showing the first letter for each word next to its definition. Tearfully or excessively sentimental, to cater to base desires, preferring the company of others to solitude. Spent, exhausted, barren of energy, worn out by rich or effortless existence. Practicing extreme self-denial enjoyed by one person through his sympathetic, but indirect participation in the experience of another, real or fictional person. Substitution to attribute. To attribute one's actions to rational and creditable motives without an adequate analysis of the true and usually unconscious motives. Servility attentive, fawning to direct energy from its primitive and destructive aim to one that is culturally or ethically higher and therefore socially acceptable. Unchaste, lewd, licentious, marked by arrogant recklessness of justice, of the feelings of others, or the like, also, having no just provocation, willfully malicious. Answers: 1. Maudlin, 2. Pander, 3. Gregarious, 4. Effete, 5. Ascetic, 6. Vicarious, 7. Rationalize, 8. Obsequious, 9. Sublimate, 10. Wanton. Keep your pencil ready. This is a self-teaching video, and we want you to write with it continually. The only way you can feel at home with new words is by saying them, writing them, using them. Now take the following 8 words and change them into other parts of speech according to the instructions. Be sure in each case that the resulting sentence or phrase makes sense. 1. Change vicarious to an adverb, as he traveled. 2. Change rationalize to a noun, as, you are guilty of. 3. Change gregarious to a noun, as, no one doubts the of human beings. 4. Change obsequious to an adverb, as, he obeyed. 5. Change ascetic to a noun referring to the philosophy or practice, as, he is a believer in. 6. Change pander to a noun, as, he is a to the greed of others. 7. Change sublimate to an adjective, as, his passion gives power to his poetry. 8. Change wanton to a noun, as, hers was a life characterized by. Answers: 1. Vicariously, 2. Rationalization, 3. Gregariousness, 4. Obsequiously. 5. Asceticism, 6. Panderer, 7. Sublimated, 8. Wantonness. From your work so far with these 10 words, you should now have a fairly good idea of how they may be used in sentences, even if you may have met some of them for the first time. Test yourself. Without referring to the list previously, try to fill in the required word in the sentences that follow. Note that any one of the several forms of each word may be needed. Use your pencil. The mere physical act of writing a word will help to fix it in your mind. 1. Marie is to be happy without friends. 2. The waiter bowed to every wealthy customer who came in the restaurant. 3. His dissipated life has sapped his ambition and health and made him. For the motion picture was so sickeningly that most of the audience left in disgust. 5. Mothers feel a pleasure in their children's accomplishments. 6. Be honest with yourself. Don't try to what you are doing. 7. He lived the life of an for he abhorred self-indulgence and luxury. 8. The dishonest politician. To the greed and thoughtlessness of the mob. 9. Some say that all great art is a of primitive instincts. 10. She led a fruitless, uncontrolled life. Answers: 1. Gregarious, 2. Obsequiously, 3. Effete, 4. Maudlin, 5. Vicarious. 6. Rationalize, 7. Ascetic, 8. Panders, 9. Sublimation, 10. Wanton. True or false? Are you feeling more and more power and understanding? Try 2 more exercises to reinforce your learning. Check your reaction to each statement of the words listed below in bold. 1. Psychoanalysts encourage their patients to rationalize. True or false? 2. Gregarious people avoid social gatherings. True or false? 3. A haughty person is necessarily obsequious. True or false? 4. Vicarious experiences are naturally more satisfying than real ones. True or false? 5. Intoxicated people often become maudlin. True or false? 6. Asceticism is a popular practice among the wealthy. True or false? 7. Men of strong ethics and integrity usually pander to the desires of others. True or false? 8. Sublimation is a self-destructive practice. True or false? 9. During its latter period, ancient Rome was noted for wanton excesses. True or false? 10. One becomes effete through self-discipline and careful restraint. True or false? Same or opposite? Is each pair of words essentially the same or more nearly opposite in meaning? Check your quick reaction to each statement. Can you recall all 10 of them without referring to the words? 1. Vicarious, actual. Same or opposite? 2. Rationalization, justification. Same or opposite? 3. Gregarious, solitary. Same or opposite? 4. Obsequious, rude. Same or opposite? 5. Maudlin, unsentimental. Same or opposite? 6. Asceticism, luxury. Same or opposite? 7. Pander, cater. Same or opposite? 8. Wanton, restrained. Same or opposite? 9. Effete, vigorous. Same or opposite? 10. Sublimated, detoured. Same or opposite? Remember this: once an adult has finished their schooling, they rarely add more than 25 new words to their vocabulary each year thereafter. Already in one session, you have at least increased your knowledge of these 10 words, even though you may have met them before. Therefore, whenever you add 10 new words to your vocabulary, you have done almost as much as most people do in 6 months. Be sure, though, that you keep these words. Can you recall all 10 of them without referring to the list? Here they are in random order with only the initial letters to prod your memory. Answers: 1. Effete, 2. Ascetic, 3. Maudlin, 4. Vicarious, 5. Pander. 6. Wanton, 7. Obsequious, 8. Rationalize, 9. Sublimate, 10. Gregarious. Upsize your word power. Word power 3. Medical specialists and referrals in English. Pronunciation. Which specialist? Linguistic instinct. Medical doctors.
Are you checking your welfare?
Officer down, officer down.
7, are you saying that the deputy's unresponsive or the suspect?
Both.